Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to another Tuesday night broadcast here for the ISRL season number 5 here tonight. Race number 10. Tonight they are taking on Talladega for the Darrelldega 200. As always, up in the booth with you here this evening, Dennis Iceman. Thank you all for tuning in. Looks like we got 4 out there watching right now. Thank you all for tuning in. Still early on here, so I expect that number to climb as the evening progresses on. Let's go ahead and get down to our point standings here coming into Talladega. Corbin Collins is up into that top spot with 305 points. Zach Lindgren also up a spot. He's up in the second now with 304 points, one behind Corbin. Back in third, we got Chase Burquette with 295 points. He is 10 behind the leader and 9 behind Zach. Jared Rashawn in third with 295 as well. 10 behind the leader and 9 behind Zach. Back in fifth, down 4 spots from the previous race at Atlanta, Sean Leisure. 294 points, 11 behind the leader and 1 behind Jared and Chase. Walker Thomas, 280 points, 25 behind the leader, 14 behind Sean. In 7th spot, we got Aiden Kirker with 236 points, 69 behind the leader, 44 behind Walker. Connor Trafari in 8th spot, 230 points, 75 behind the leader and 6 behind Aiden. In 9th spot, we got Jason Semedo. He's up 2 spots, 228 points, 77 behind the leader and 2 behind Connor. And then rounding out the top 10 here this evening, down a spot, Joseph Costello, 225 points, 80 behind the leader and 3 behind Jason. In 11th spot, we have Chris Thornton. Up a spot from last race, 214 points, 91 behind the leader, and 11 behind Joseph. In 12th, Michael Dorsey up a spot, 209 points, 96 behind the leader, and 5 behind Chris. 13th, Connor Leach also up a spot, 207 points, 98 behind the leader, and 2 behind Michael. Mitch Van Oss down 4 spots from last race, sitting here in 14th, 205 points, 100 behind the leader, and 2 behind Connor. Darrell Arnold here in 15th, still in the same spot he was last race, 201 points, 104 behind the leader and 4 behind Mitch. Chris Lilly in 16th, up 2 spots, 196 points, 109 behind the leader and 5 behind Darrell. Tyler Kahn in 17th, 195 points, 110 behind the leader and 1 behind Chris. In 18th, Clinton Seymour down 2 spots with 193 points, 112 behind the leader and 2 behind Tyler. 19th spot, we have Alexander Hyder up a spot, 192 points, 113 behind the leader, and 1 behind Clinton. And then rounding out the top 20 in the points, 183 points, Josh Duke, 122 behind the leader, and 9 behind Alexander. Go ahead and get down to the playoff points here real quick. The top 12 are locked in, so from Corbin all the way down to Mike Dorsey, as if the playoffs would start tonight, they would be in. The guys on the outside looking in, 13th to 19th, we got Connor, Mitch Van Oss, Darrell Arnold, Chris Lilly, Tyler Kahn, Clinton Seymour, and Alexander Hyder. And then out of the playoff hunt, currently right now, from 20th to 30th, we got Josh Duke, Matthew Hooker, Jake Baker, Anthony Poliquano, Paul Reckley, Eli Innes, Nathan Inman, Kyle Camper, James Rader, D. Allen Groth, and then Marcus being your lead rounded out the 30th spot there. So we're getting ready to come down here to a minute left in qualifying. We're going to go ahead. We're going to step away. We're going to play our nap. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. folks, welcome back as qualifying is underway now. Just getting started here, so it's going to be a little bit for these drivers before they get a lap time down. So let's go ahead and get down to the weather here. We got 79 degrees air temperature out there at Talladega Super Speedway. Overcast skies. We got a track temp of 101 degrees, humidity at 80%. Winds coming out of the north at 4 miles an hour, and no fog, no precipitation. So the track will be dry here this evening for the drivers out there on the virtual Talladega. Drivers getting out here on track, getting their out laps in. Like we got Connor out there, Kyle Camper's out there on track, Jared Rashawn, Paul Reckerly, Eli Innes, Jason Semedo, Connor Trafari, James Rader, Matt Bartels, Seth Whitworth, Nathan Inman, Richard Kirker, and Aiden Kirker, as well as Caden Henry Oaks, Nima Carlson, Daryl Arnold, Jake Baker, Corbin Collins. I mean, we can just keep going down the list. Josh Duke, Clinton Seymour, Mitch Van Oss, Connor Leach. As right now, Kyle Camper's in that top spot. Laid down a 54.081 on his first lap. Got Jared Rashawn in second with a 54.819. John Leisure popped up into that third spot. Jared Rashawn now, I should say, with a 54.819. Richard Kirker up to third. And now Jake Baker. Darrell up to that top spot with a 53.980 in that Alabama Roll Tide number 6 machine. Oh, he ran the paint. Oh, Darrell. But right now, he's up in that top spot. You got Kyle Camper finishing his second lap with a 54.030. Jared Rashawn up to the top spot now with a 53.910. John Leisure up to the second spot with a 53.948. Clinton Seymour. Walker Thomas up to third. Josh Duke is not on track, I don't think. Chase Perquette here is in sixth spot. Oh, seventh, I should say. Got Darrell finishing in at sixth. Jason Semedo sitting in that eighth spot right now currently. Eli Innes here sitting in that ninth spot, just finished his second lap with a 53.995. Nima Carlson coming down into pit road. Looks like he's done with his qualifying with the 54.008. Jake Baker also coming into pit road. 54.020. His lap time puts him 17th. Connor Leach here in third spot. I think he's out here on his second lap. If we're coming down to the last 30 seconds of qualifying, well, actually 25 more. We'll see where Connor ends up. Coming into pit road, so he will be third, and that will complete qualifying here tonight. So congratulations goes to Jared Rashawn grabbing the pole here this evening. So why don't we can't. You know, I want to let them focus on the race here this evening. And we're going to go ahead. We're just going to go get down to the starting grid here this evening. So starting row 1, Jared Rashawn with a 53.910. Congratulations, Jared, once again on the pole here this evening. In second, starting on the outside of him, the 9 machine of Connor Trafari. Starting in row 2, we got Connor Leach in that 79 machine starting third. Sean Leisure starting fourth in that 67 machine. Row 3 in the 41 machine starting fifth here this evening, Caden Henry Oaks. And in that 6th spot, the 85 of Zach Lindgren. Row 4, the 12 of Walker Thomas starting 7th. Aiden Kirker in that 39 machine starting 8th. In row 5, we got the 32 machine of Josh Duke starting 9th. And starting 10th here this evening in that 6th roll tide machine, Darrell Arnold. Starting 11th in that 10 machine, Chase Proquette. Starting 12th, the 43 of Jason Semedo. Back in row number 7, 13th here in that 1 machine, Eli Ennis. And 14th, the 48 machine of Nathan Inman. Row number 8, starting 15th, the 28 machine of Sent Wentworth. And 16th, the number 2 machine of Clinton Seymour. Starting in row 9 here this evening, we got the 93 of Richard Kirker. And 18th, we got Lima Carlson, sorry. And starting in row 10, 19th, the 72 machine of James Rader. And 20th, the 17 of Jake Baker. Row 11th, 21st here this evening, 91 of Kyle Camper. 22nd, the 22 of Paul Reckley. 23rd, starting row 12, starting 23rd, the 89 of Joshua Corner. 24th, the 182 of Mitch Van Oss. In row 13, starting 25th, Corbin Collins and that 71 machine. 26th, the 76 machine of Matt Bartels. Row 14, starting 27th, Anthony Colatuano. 28th, the 24 of Alexander Hyder. Row 15, starting 29th, the 5 machine of Matthew Dutcher. In 30th, the 53 of Chris Lilly. In 16th, row 16, 31st here this evening, Joseph Costello. And 32nd, the 58 machine of Jason Gallagher. In row 17 to 30, starting 33rd, the 04 machine of Cameron Mahone. And 34th, the 14 of Alan D. Grote. In row 18, rounding out the field in 35th here this evening, the 4 machine of Cody Tabor. Go ahead and wait for that pace car to dive off to the safety of pit road. And it's going to be in Barney the Flagman's hands, but Jared Rashawn is going to go ahead and lead the field to the green flag here this evening. Looks like we got 8 people out there watching right now. Thank you guys for tuning in here this evening for race number 10, the Darrelldega 200, and we are underway here this evening at the virtual Talladega for the ISRL Season 5, race number 10. Right now, just a whole lot of side-by-side racing. Nobody really pushing the issue right now. I saw in practice here a lot of people hooking bumpers, so I don't think we're going to have that problem here early on. These guys are aware of how the bumpers are more rounded here on the Xfinity cars, so as Jared Rashawn looks like he's going to lead his first lap. No, it's going to give it to Connor Trafari. Connor leads the first lap here this evening. Down to 74 more laps to go here. Looks like that inside line is getting the momentum through the turns, but down the straightaway, the outside line, he got somebody. That is the 39 machine of Aiden Kirker. He is on the outside, falling all the way back to the back. He does not want to have any part of that right now. Still a long way to go. Anything can happen. I don't blame him for falling back, to be honest. But hopefully he can fall back and get a little bit of the draft there. Because the one thing you do not want to do is to fall back and end up losing the draft. Carlson, back here in 15th spot, just laid down the fastest lap of the race so far. So early on, anything can happen. But sitting in 16th, ran a 55. Now we got that 79 machine of Connor Leach up into the top spot. Up on that outside line. And Jared Rashawn still riding that bottom line. Pole sitter has led a lap. He led the second lap. And now Connor Leach is looking to lead the third lap here. And he is going to be able to do that here this evening. Connor is getting the other Connor. You got Connor Trafari and Connor Leach, both on the outside there. The 79 is getting pushed by the 9. So hopefully the other Connor knows what he's doing with the bumper to the other Connor. As Jared Rashawn is getting a little bumper there from the 41 machine of Caden Henry Oaks. So far, so good here early on in the race. Looks like, further back here in the field, you get back here to the 12th spot with Nathan Inman in that 48 machine. Giving a lot of space there to the car in front of him, and also Eli back here in 15th spot, giving him some space as well on the backside. Just trying to play it safe here early on, not trying to really push the issue. Which isn't a bad strategy here. You ain't going to win it on the lap 5, but you're definitely going to lose it on lap 5. So just be patient. You get some long green flag runs in. Pit stop strategy to play no factor. And looks like we had calamity taking place there with the 9, Connor Trafari. And we got people wrecking. Jake Baker. No, that was not. That was the 28 machine. Sent Wentworth. Go ahead and see what happened here. So it actually, the 4 came up into the 9, and then, wow. And, the 89 came down on Seth, got his right rear, and sent him blazing up into that wall. And went for a tumble. I want to see what happened before all that. Because Connor was up here. And let's get on the chase cam of Connor. Do far chase. Oh, he blew his engine. He overheated. That's what happened to Connor Trafari. It checked up the field. And everybody did a good job for the most part until right there. And unfortunately for Seth, Richard Kirker gets involved in it too. The 4, Cody Tabor. Just, that will end Connor Trafari's night here this evening. As looks like we got people down into pit road here. If I can get on the right camera here. Got Eli Innes on pit road coming out now. Alexander Hyder is on pit road. So I think they're just down here topping off the vehicles here. As Jared Rashawn is up into the top spot once more. So let's go ahead and see if we cannot grab the pole sitter, bring him up into the booth here. Down in Elite Motorsports. Bring him up into the broadcast booth real quick. Well, Jared, you started first here. You grabbed the pole here this evening. Was not able to get you up here for the interview, but go ahead and, talk about, what's your strategy. Well, no, not your strategy, but your expectations here for the Darrelldega 200, as we've already had a caution here on lap 6.
I'm hopefully going to keep the clean air, keep the engine cool, because I don't really want to lose the track position and get back there, because I don't know how long we'll be able to push. So hopefully I can just keep clean air and see what happens and survive all the wrecks. Yeah,
that first caution, we witnessed a car blowing up there for pushing a little bit too long there. So is that just something with the Xfinity cars where you just can't stay behind somebody for a very extended period of time?
I don't really know. I haven't ran these on a plate track since the last build-up day, so I don't know if they changed them. But I don't know if Daytona was like this or not. I can't really remember.
All right, Jared. Well, we're going to head let you get back down to your team there in Elite Motorsports, but good luck to you. Wanted to get you down here for an interview real quick, so good luck to you, and keep that 27 machine clean, and hopefully we'll be talking to you after the race.
Thank you. We're going to try.
Alrighty. Alright, well, that was Jared Rashawn, everybody. Get him up here for his interview. Yeah, Joshua, we caught that. It was unfortunate. It looked like a big stack up, and unfortunately, Bohr looked like he had nowhere to go, and it was just it was gridlock. It was New York traffic going into turn number 3. So as we are getting back to not 2, 1 to go here this evening. Okay. Get on Jared here, coming down to the restart. Well, getting ready to come down to the restart anyway, I should say. I don't want the pace car, I want Jared. We'll go ahead and wait for that pace car to dive off to the safety of pit road once more. Well, this would be the second time. First for a caution, first one was for the start of the race. As it's now in Jared's hands. Got the 41 of Caden there on the outside of him. And the green flag is back out in the air. We are back underway here for the Darrelldega 200 here at Talladega. Lap 9 of 75. All right, I had to check real quick. For some reason on my screen, it looked like everything was kafooey on what was getting broadcast out, but it was just the way my screen was set up. So we're good. We're good. Everything's all good as we get back here to Chris Lilly here up the 6th spot, up 22 spots from where he started the race. He's up on that outside line with Walker Thomas and the 41 machine of Caden. So far, so good. Looks like we got 9 viewers out there right now. Thank you guys for tuning in here for the Darrelldega 200. And if you have not already, if you're new tuning in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you get informed anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live, not only for Tuesday night, but also tomorrow night for the season opener for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Their Cup Series kicks off tomorrow night, but we'll worry about that tomorrow night. Right now, we got some super speedway racing ourselves taking place here at the Dega. The Darrelldega 200. Darrell is... Where is Darrell? There he is. Darrell is in 8th spot. He's up 2 spots from where he started the race. Still a long way to go. He's on that outside line. So he looks like to be in the line you want to be in right now. Is Jared Rashawn is down 2-second spot right now. As Caden has been able to take over the lead by coming out of turn number 4. It looks like Jared's going to have the run. And we're going to see here who's going to lead this lap. Is it going to be Caden? Is it going to be Jared? Coming down to the start-finish line, it's going to be Jared. I believe that gave it to Jared. Yes, it did. Get back here to 7th spot with Chase Paquette in that orange and black 10 machine. Go ahead and get back here to Mitch Van Oss in the 182 machine. Go ahead and get a gyro cam here with the 182 machine. Get an idea of the banking these guys got to deal with. Not only 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 here as it's coming out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into the tri-oval. It also has some banking as well. Not as steep as Daytona, I would say, but the low side here on the tri-oval here in Talladega, it is a little bit more tricky. There are a couple bumps down there on the low side that you do have to watch for. It could really upset your car if you hit it the wrong way, especially if you're getting bumped and you're going through those bumps at the same time. I've had many races end badly by that misfortune. It looks like everybody on that low side is keeping it pretty clean for right now. Go ahead and do a little lap there on the gyro cam with Mitch. So I get back here to the TV cam for everybody. As Walker Thomas and Caden Henry Oaks dropped it down to the inside. So Caden has led his first lap here this evening. But it don't matter how many laps we lead here at Talladega. All that matters is leading the last lap. Looks like we got the 85 of Zach Lindgren here falling back. Got 3 wide going on, which really isn't a big deal here at Talladega. I mean, it still can get sketchy, but there's so much room out here on the track. 4 wide is when you're going to lose your mind. He's falling back here to the back of the pack. Looks like he's going to be able to maintain that pack. And we got, I think that was the 60 machine of Joseph Costello. If I can find him. Here in the 20th spot. Looked like he was trying to possibly take it 3 wide. Got another car falling back. And that would be the 89 or 98. Anthony Colatuano there. He's up to the outside. He's going to go ahead and drop back here. He wants to wait it out here a little bit longer. Still got time. Still got plenty of time here to go here in the race. He's going to drop it right in front of the 72. Well, I thought he was, and he took it back to the outside. And now, get back up here to Josh Duke here in 7th spot in that 32 John Deere machine. Thank you, Josh, bringing the green John Deere back out here on the track. As he's up into the top 10. He's up a spot from where he started the race. Now he's pretty much where he started. As Matthew Dutcher here on the outside in that 5 machine. Love the color scheme of that 5 machine. Blue, black, and a little teal going on there. As Darrell is up to 4th spot. He's creeping his way up here in that Alabama Roll Tide number 6 machine. Oh, makes me sick to my stomach every time I say that. But here he is up in that 4th spot. And is he gonna, Chris Lilly here in 2nd. I thought Darrell was gonna go ahead and pop the middle, but he is staying behind that 53 machine. Going down into turn number 3, we got the 98 and the 65 up here, making it 3 wide, making a charge. On that outside line, they got a lot of momentum. They're the only 2 cars there on the outside line. They are charging as the 58. I think that was the 58. Dropping all the way down to the apron there. Lap car. Go ahead and let the leaders go by as Anthony Colatuano, Zach Lindgren here, using that outside line with no help. They found themselves up here fighting for the lead now. They came all the way from the back of the pack to the front. Now they got some more help there with the 01 of Eli Innes. Oh, no, the 1. No, it is the 01 of Lima Carlson. Sorry. Eli Innes drives the 1. And then you got the 39 machine of Aiden Kirker also on the outside. And Chase Burquette looked like he was trying to peek his way there to use the outside line, but was not. Had second thoughts about doing that. So right now we got 3 wide here for, what is that, 5th spot? 6th spot now with Anthony Colatuano, Darrell. ATVO is going nuts right now, so I can't keep up with anybody. What an awesome show here early on in the race here. Go ahead and get this shared out there to everybody. Have them tune in here. We got some 3 wide racing going on at Talladega. 3 wide racing at Dega. Really ain't not much more than 2 wide at Daytona, but 3 wide, still 3 wide. So it's still impressive, especially when you only had 2 cars that made the charge to make it 3 wide, and they're fighting still on the outside. They really have not lost any ground. If anything, it has hurt the middle line with Chris Lilly there in that 53 machine. And now he's up to the top spot, as I was saying, was hurting him. He got Darrell right behind Chris, giving him a nice shove down the back straightaway. Of course, he let off down into the turn. But now the 41 of Caden looks like he's going to lead another lap here coming out of the trial over the start-finish line. As we're 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. I mean, you name like the top 10, you can throw a blanket on them right now. Some pretty good racing going on, not only up front, but also in the back. But right now, we got to keep our eyes up into the front. something were to happen, I would suspect it would be happening here. But now with Zach being out there by himself with the 01 team of Carlson, I do not expect them to be able to withstand the momentum. They're going to slowly fall back here. Definitely would be interesting to know what made them decide to make that charge. Was it just a matter of the pace being too slow? I mean, they're really not falling that far back from the middle lane. Looks like that inside line is starting to be dominant now. That's where the most cars are at. But there's 3 cars on the outside, the high line. That's what's impressing me the most right now. There's not a whole lot of help out there, and they're not losing a whole lot of ground either. They're pretty much maintaining their momentum on the outside with the middle groove. And, I mean, just 2 laps ago, they were fighting for the lead, so I would not be surprised if they get another car up there. They might be able to get back up to the lead, but as I say that, it looks like the 3 of them on the top side are starting to make a little bit of pressure there, as now we got that Chris Lilly took it up to the top side right in front of Zach Lindgren. And Chris is going to be looking to lead his first lap now, as now we got 4 cars up to the top. But that inside line is still, I mean, obviously that's the place you want to be at Talladega. But that outside's making its presence known. I mean, if they get another, let's say, 3 cars up there, I do not see any of those 2 lines being a dominant line anymore. I just went through that about a month ago at Daytona. You know, notoriously, Daytona here on iRacing was a bottom line. You want to run the bottom, and then iRacing did one of their updates, and then all of a sudden it became very top dominant, just like it is in real life. So it was great to have that, and looks like we're getting somewhat of a similar thing here with these Xfinity cars here at Talladega, to where it's not really per se where the best line to be is at the bottom anymore. I mean, the middle line's working good, and that top line is working very good. And those 4 cars are up here. They are up to the lead now. Chris Lilly in that 53 machine has taken the lead. Well, now he's falling back a little bit here in the turns, but coming down the back straightaway, I expect him to get the momentum down the back straightaway. And that's the thing, you know, the higher the line you run, the more momentum you're going to have coming out of the turn. But it looks like Zach had to back off a little bit, get some air to that radiator. But we've already seen 1 car blow up this evening, early on in the race here, so you don't want to see another one, especially when they're 3 wide here, up in the front. Somebody in that lead pack blows an engine, and they're 3 wide. Oh, we will have TV. So thank you all for tuning in here this evening. Looks like we're at 11 out there, 1 like right now. So thank you guys for tuning in to Extreme Racing TV. This is season 5 for the ISRL Iceman Sim Racing League here on iRacing. Here at Talladega for the Darrelldega 200. And right now we got some really good 3 wide racing going on from 4th all the way to what, 10th spot, 11th spot. I mean, it depends on the lap. Looks like the 5 machine of Matthew Dutcher was able to lead a lap there. No, he was not able to lead a lap there. They gave that to Caden. Caden still prevailing at the start-finish line. He's led 14 laps here so far. Anthony Colatuano here in second in that middle line. The 6 machine of Darrell right behind him. He's up 24 spots from where he started the race. He's still looking to lead his first lap. And then you got the 5 machine of Matthew Dutcher here on the top side. Here in 4th, 5th spot. He's looking to lead his first lap. He's up 27 spots from where he started the race. Caden is going to lead himself another one here, no question about it, as they're 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Eden Kirker is here in 10th spot, and he is in the middle. And at the end of the race, he backed out of 2 wide, and right now he is deep in the hornet's nest. As we got 3 wide, 6, 7 rows deep. Looks like they're getting ready to make it 8 rows deep. This is insane. As now it looks like the middle line starting to break up a little bit. As Anthony Colatuano is looking to come to the start-finish line. He's going to lead his first lap there. He was able to get not only in front, but take over Caden Petty's Oaks line that he was running for 15 laps, leading the race. Now it's Anthony Colatuano's turn. And we're still 3 wide. Looks like the 53 of Chris Lilly is still leading that outside line. And we still only got 3 cars there on the top side. The inside and the middle lines got the majority, and yet these guys on the top are defying the laws of physics. They got the momentum. Obviously, you know, higher RPMs, not scrubbing off more speed running the higher line, but it looks like they're starting to dwindle a little bit. But I've said that once before, and then next thing I know, they make a charge. So definitely going to have to keep our eyes there on the top side here in the next couple laps. As who was that getting that 32 machine, Josh Duke? Looked like he got a little too, I don't know if he got loose or if he got a little bump. But something didn't work out right there with Josh, and he went towards the yellow line, but was able to quickly recover from that. As the 2 machine of Clinton Seymour here in that 2 machine up to 12th, up 4 spots from where he started the race. He's riding that middle line, as now the outside only has 2 cars, the 53 of Chris Lilly and the 85 of Zach Lindgren. Oh, we got, the 22, Paul Reckerly. We caught that somewhat live. That is going to be a caution, I do believe. No caution. We're going to go ahead and let's take a replay of that. See exactly what happened here. Go ahead and get on to a far chase. No, far chase, not rear chase. And looks like he was trying to get on the outside, and Costello was right there. And I don't know why that one showed up. That should not show up. We are not doing the Motor Mouth Twins 2. We will get that out of there. Should just only show the league logo. My apologies for that. I will get that corrected for the next race. As now it looks like everybody has settled down up here in the top spot. All the way back to, Chris Lilly here is in 13th now. So it looks like they're going to fall back here and get the backside of this draft. Now we got a second pack. Looks like Sean Leisure is the last driver here of this pack. And then you got the 91 of Kyle Camper, the 24 Alexander Hyder. And you got a little bit of a gap. The 43 of Jason Semedo in 19th, Eli Innes in the 1 and 20th. Cameron McHone here in the 04, bringing up the 3-packer here in 21st. And you got a little bit of a gap here to the 60 of Costello, Nathan Inman, and then a big gap to the 71 of Corbin Collins, all by his lonesome. And then Matt Bartels, running the same paint scheme as Corbin Collins. We got twins, literally twins out here. He's all by himself as well. And then James Rader's on pit road. Get back up here to the front of the field. There's Chris Lilly and Zach Lindgren are still riding that top side. And it looks like the inside's got... Looks like that second pack has caught the first pack. And Darrell is leading the middle line here. He's here in third spot. You got Aiden Kirker on his back bumper. Both these drivers are looking for their first win of the season, Darrell and Aiden Kirker. So I would expect these two to work somewhat together up until the final lap, and then go, gloves are off, let's go at it. And don't let that Alabama paint. No, I'm kidding. I kid because it's Alabama. Yes, it is a very good race. That 3 wide that lasted, God, it seemed like for 20 laps. That was very, very impressive by these drivers to be able to maintain that, especially with the lack of cars there on the outside, on the top side, as Darrell got himself back up to the point here. And that 6 machine dropped it down to the inside of the 41 of Caden Henry Oaks, and now Aiden Kirker is going to be looking to take the lead over Darrell. Right now he has it going into turn number 3, but Darrell's going to have the shorter way around here in the turns. He's going to have the lead coming out of turn 4, but going down the front straightaway into the tri-oval. Still a long way to go. Get out of that tri-oval, past the exit of pit lane, and then cross the start-finish line, but Aiden was not able to get back up to the front bumper of Darrell, or use a little bit of side draft there to get the lead, as now he's going to squeeze it down to the inside there. That was a tight fit there. I think that was the 698 machine of Anthony Polituano. I think they might be teammates, actually. Yes, they are teammates, so I'm sure there was communication going on with Aiden Kirker and Anthony Polituano, letting him in down there on the inside. I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming up here on pit stops here pretty soon. But I had been wrong before. Last Wednesday night, I said that, you know, everybody would have to make a pit stop, and they proved me wrong. Only 3 drivers had to make a pit stop. Everybody else stayed out. They saved enough fuel to make it to the end, but they ain't going all the way. There is no way they can save that much fuel and be that fast. Looking good here. It looks like now we got another line trying to form there on the outside. Chase McQuet's leading that one. And you got the 04. That would be Cameron McHone and the 32 machine of Josh Duke of John Deere out there on the outside. But right now, Darrell, Caden, Hayden, as well as Anthony, they're all single file here. The first battle for any position here is Walker Thomas and Matthew Dutcher here, and this is a battle for the 5th spot. Looks like that middle line really is not that organized at all, which I am very surprised at to see that. There's Chase Paquette now. He's got some momentum, blah, blah, blah. Spit it out. And he's going to be able to, he's going to be able to get around that 5 machine of Matthew Dutcher there. But he's going to be able to hold. Is all 3 of them going to be able to get around the 5? It looks like they're going to be able to. Now, they're going to stay up to that high line, or they're going to drop it down. Looks like they're going to drop it down right in front of the 5. And Josh Duke is going to be left out to dry. Nope, now they're coming back up. They can't make up their mind where they want to go. Now they're running in the middle, in between the 5 and the 32. Now they're dropping it back down in front of the 5. So the 32 is going to have to drop it down behind the 5 machine of Matthew Dutcher. As Darrell still up here in the front, but here comes Chase Paquette running that upper high line with the 4 machine of Cameron McCone. As it looked like their momentum got shot. As we got pit stops coming on right now. Looks like Clinton Seymour's coming down pit road, as well as the 182 of Mitch Van Ost coming down pit road. So we got only 2 drivers that came down pit road. Paul Reckley got into that unfortunate wreck a few laps ago. Getting his repairs done. I don't know if he'll be able to get back out on the track or not. But needless to say, he's still in the server, so it's good to see him still out here. Darrell is now falling back to 5th. Chase Paquette got himself up to the top spot, as well as the 04 at Cameron 2nd, Josh Duke in 3rd. Now we got more pit stops going on here. Looks like Caden Henry Oaks is coming down pit road. Alexander, the 53 of Chris Lilly, the 5 of Matt Dutcher, the 60 of Costello. What is the 58 and the 53 doing? I think the 58 just towed. That was weird. So now we should be seeing these guys coming down pit road here in a lap or so, I would assume. We'll see here. Yes, here comes Chase Paquette, Josh Duke coming down pit road. Looks like Darrell's coming down pit road. Oh, we got a big crowd here. Darrell, you got Aiden Kirker on pit road, Anthony Colatuano on pit road, Jared Rashawn's on pit road, Zach Lindgren's on pit road, Nima Carlson's on pit road, on leisure. So that leaves Kyle Camper, Connor Leach, Cameron McCone, Jason Semino, Eli Ennis, Nathan Inman. Drivers yet to come down pit road, and I expect them to be down this time. As here comes Kyle, Connor. Well, we only got two. Connor really drove it in there. Eli drove it in there as well. So he got. Now we only got Cameron and Cameron. The only driver not to make a pit stop. So we'll see here when he comes down, and then we'll give the lead up to, I do believe, might be Leisure. No. Here comes Kyle Camper. Eli Ennis is coming out. We'll see here. We got a train coming behind them. This is Aiden Kirker and company, and they're going to run a freight train around these guys here. We're going to stay with them here real quick. We still got Cameron out here into the top spot. He's led 3 laps. When was... Yeah, he's been out here 41 laps. He cannot go much longer. Okay, here he comes. Coming down pit road now. I was going to say, there ain't no way he can keep going. So that will give the lead up to this group here. Looks like Alexander Hyder is going to grab... Well, end up grabbing the lead next time around. Thank you all for tuning in here to Extreme Racing TV Tuesday night for the Iceman Sim Racing League here on iRacing. If you guys are just tuning in here to Extreme Racing TV, like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget that notification bell. That way you can go ahead and get informed when Extreme Racing TV goes live here on YouTube. But right now we got lap 38 of 75 here for the Darrelldega 200. And right now these drivers are really putting on one heck of a show. We've only had the one caution for 3 laps. We've had 12 lead changes. We're down to 28 laps to go here. Looks like Connor Leach is on the outside trying to take that lead away from the 24 machine of Alexander Hyder. And he's going to be able to do it here. Lead his 3rd lap. Nathan Inman back here in the 48 machine being a good pusher there in the 79. John Leisure, that 67 machine. He's got 2 wins on the season. Well, 3 if you count the Clash. in the top, let's say top 10, we have 1, 2, 4 winners in the top 10. 5. It keeps changing so bad I can't keep up. You know what I'm getting at. People who've won already this season have found their way up into the top 10 here. Still, looks like we got 25 cars on the lead lap, 24. Yeah, 25 cars on the lead lap. And the twins are about to go a lap down, Corbin and Matt. So that will put 23 cars on the lead lap. And looks like we got 27 out on track. Started with 34, down to 27. Let's go ahead and get on. Behind Connor, able to get around those two, well, now lap cars. The 71 and the 76 machine, around both of them. As Connor's now going to make his way up to the top side. Woo! Almost got bumped in the wrong spot. And here comes Darrell. Oh, they're going to go 4 wide. Oh, Darrell's wrecking. No, not Darrell. Let's go and see what happened. We will pause it here. We will go to a far chase cam. And 79 came down the... Oh, that's what it was. The 48, Nathan Inman, thought Darrell was going to go down with the 79. He did not. And unfortunately, would end Darrell's night here tonight, unfortunately. I heard an engine pop. So that is unfortunate for Darrell. Having such a good race here tonight. Came up 23 laps short. $17 lead changes. And we still got 23 laps to go. I expect that lead change number to go over 20. I would not be surprised. Just like I would not be surprised nobody comes down pit road. Oh, the 67 machine. Sean Leisure comes down pit road. Gonna make me a liar. So we got Sean Leisure, and I think that's it. Well, Nathan Inman, he was involved in the wreck. And a few guys here in the back. Eli Innes. Costello. We got the 5 and Matthew Dutcher. Costello. Like Corbin is going to get the free pass. Corbin's going to go ahead and get himself back on the lead lap. So one of the two twins out here in the Mobile 1 Gold Chrome, Gold, getting back on to the lead lap. Well, thank you all for tuning in here tonight for the Darrelldega 200. Unfortunately, Darrell just got involved in the last caution there, and unfortunately ended his night from the sound of it. He's here on pit road, no front bumper, a lot of radiator and suspension parts as well as the engine. Unfortunate for him, as he was sitting. Pull up the playoff points here. He was sitting in 15th, right on the bubble, at 201 points. 104 behind the leader, and not that too many points away from being in 12th. So that is a big ouch to Darrell there. Especially with the guys in front of him and behind him still out here on track. So we'll see how that pans out as the race progresses, and where the drivers finish out here tonight. But it looks like they're going to finish in front of Darrell. We're down to one to go. As we are getting ready here to get back green flag racing. Had to step away real quick, folks. Sorry about that. That's what caution brakes are for. But I don't have time. I don't have anything to play commercials, so this is commercial free. Commercial free racing. You get all the action. None of that. You ain't getting no Dorito commercial here. As the pace car is diving off to pit road for the third time here this evening. It is now in the 41 machine of Caden Henry Oaks' hands to get on the loud pedal and get us back underway here. Going through the tri-oval. And he's back on the loud pedal. We are back underway here for the Darrelldega 200 here at Talladega. As it looks like the inside really got a good jump. That outside line's not really, did not get organized at all. They're all at a, I don't know if they just trying to take it easy on the restart, because now the inside line's not together, as Dayton there blinked out for a second, but he's back. That's another thing you don't want to have happen here at a super speedway, is have a car in front of you blink out. You don't know where they're going to pop back up, and especially on a track where you're drafting a lot. That could, excuse me, that could turn real scary. It looks like Lima is going to lead his first lap here in the 01. Up 17 spots from where he started the race. He's looking to win his first race in the season, as well as that 41 machine of Caden. As we got 3 wide and somebody brushed. No, I think that was Caden that brushed the. No, Eli. Oh my. Not Eli. I keep thinking Eli's the 01. Lima. And now, I think that was Walker Thomas who just slammed the wall. And turn 4. I gotta write it down on a piece of paper. The 1 machine is Eli, the 01 is Lima. I'll get it right eventually. Then again, I'm still probably screwing up his first name. Who knows? He'll let me know. Well, I know he didn't let me know after the last race, so I think I got it somewhat right. Better than I did before. As looks like Aiden Kirker is now up into the top spot with that 79. Connor Leach from Canada here in the second spot. Well, actually, no, he's going to lead this lap. He'll put Connor back up to the top. He's got the 5 machine of Matthew Dutcher, giving him a good shove down into turn number 1. And you got more peekers there looking to get the outside, that third line going, but right now, nothing doing. Back here to Chris Lilly here in that 8th spot, that 53. Haven't seen the I Hate Chris Lilly slogan going on here in chat. Ooh, who was that? Was that Kyle Camper? Yes, it was Kyle Camper. He took a, wow. Let's see here what happened to Kyle. Everything looks good here, and then just, ooh, that was weird. Was that netcode? Yes, there was no contact between the 67 and the 91. Not saying that there wouldn't have been, but there was no contact there. So now we're 3 wide once more. Here we go, folks. Action has picked up. We're 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows deep. Woo! These guys are not playing around anymore. They know it's getting down to nitty-gritty time. I would not be surprised if somebody tries to take it 4 wide. Do I want to see it? No. Is it going to happen? Just putting it out there. Especially if it's the last lap and the last turn. Somebody has the opportunity to do it. And they're up towards the front. They got nothing to lose. They're going to go for it. But right now, some really good racing is now the outside starting to fall back off. Looks like Matthew is leading the outside, the high side, I should say. Sean Leisure leading the middle. And he's looking to go for his 4th win, his 3rd points race win. Now he's on the outside. So he took it up. He jumped. Man, they're just going everywhere. I can't keep up for it. What line the drivers are running. 1 minute they're low, 1 minute they're high. As you just see, was that 27 and Jared Rashawn went from the top down to the middle. And we are coming down to 62 completed. We're now on lap 63 of 75. So here, in just a few laps, we'll be down to 10 laps to go here, folks. So thank you all for sticking around, tuning in, enjoying the Darrelldega 200, and it has not disappointed at all. These drivers have put on a heck of a show here tonight, as they're still 3 wide. You guys, a little pan out view here of everybody. As they would say, that view right there, if you're sitting in the grandstands, that would be the best view in the house. You see the whole track all the way around. But you guys want to hear the sights and sounds of the cars, right? You don't want to hear no announcer there on the speaker. That's what you go to the track for. Looks like Connor Leach is down here in second spot. Caden doing what he was doing earlier on in the race, holding off on that bottom side. I do believe he's led the most laps here tonight. I don't think anybody else has come close to his total, now 28 laps. Back here to Josh Duke here in that 32 machine. Not at the tail end of this group, but pretty close. And then we got a little bit of a gap here, and then we get back to 17th. Chase Paquette and company here. They're falling back a little bit. They probably not liking what they're seeing going on up front. Probably anticipating a big wreck. Haven't had that yet. We've had just, 1, 2, 3 cars. We almost had one on the first caution. When Connor blew his engine and he was running 4th. But everybody was able to fan out for the most part. Pulled everything together. We only collected, I think it was 2 or 3 drivers. Their nights were over, because ultimately the domino effect took over. But right now, here we are, down 10 laps to go. Got the 01 Alima leading the way, but that, that can change. I mean, it's Talladega. The only lap that matters is the last lap. I mean, obviously you want to lead the most laps, which I do believe Caden has done. So he locks up a bonus point for that. And I know they get other points as well. But obviously the victory goes a long way. I mean, you get the most points winning, etc., etc. They don't do any stages or anything like that here, so it's not like they get any stage points. It's just straight up race points with the bonus points. And go ahead and real quick look at that. Caden not even in the top 30. So that would actually really boost him. If he could find a way to get a victory here. I'm assuming a victory is not a lock here. Rocket Racing. We don't have a Rocket Racing. There ain't nobody in Rocket Racing. Is Caden supposed to be in Rocket Racing? Any hooty howdy. And we're going to be coming down here. Here real quickly. We'll be coming down to 5 laps to go. And we still got that top line going. Corbin Collins here in 3rd spot. He was a lap down not too long ago. And now he's in 3rd. Giving a good shove there to the 79 machine of Connor Leach. Yeah. I didn't want to call him Trafari. There's too many Connors out here. You got Connor Trafari, and now you got Connor Leach. As now Connor's going to take it up to the top. Go ahead and give that middle line to Corbin. And Corbin is like, thank you. Whoo, don't get too close there, Corbin. They got real close there to the inside of the 24 of Alexander Hyder. Okay, so we got Corbin Collins, Semino, Nathan Inman, and Matt Hotel. Okay. Okay, that's why I was confused, because there's nobody in the team chat. I didn't know there was anybody in Rocket Racing, because there was nobody in the chat. So, looking for Corbin Collins, as he not led his first lap yet. We're down to 5 laps to go here. But anything can happen as Caden, once again, he has found something with that inside line. I don't know if it's with the help he has behind him, but 24 hasn't been behind him all race. Just something about that inside line. Like, the middle line gets it going into 3, but then coming out of turn number 4, there's something about that inside line they're able to maintain for the most part. Of course, every time I say something like that, the middle line proves me wrong. So we'll see here. I think Corbin led that lap. Yes, he did. Corbin officially led his first lap here, as we're down to 4 laps to go here this evening, and they're starting to get real tight. No more give and take. They're not even giving room on the fenders or nothing. They're right at it. We're still 3 wide here for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Here, better yet. The first place that's not going 3 wide is 13th. Let's put it that way. Everybody else is 3 wide in front of them. Well, as I say that now, the leaders are not 3 wide. Down to 3 laps to go here. Corbin Collins is in the top spot. Dropped down to the inside. He's taking that inside line away from Caden Henry Oaks. John Leisure also took it down to the inside. He's 3rd. Now he's back up in the middle as Caden and Sean are going to be able to work. Oh, we got. Oh, this is. Oh, that got scary. They saved it. They worked it out. Awesome job, everybody. That was sketchy. I think that was a 60 machine, Costello. Looked like he got bumped down onto the apron of the track, and it looked like it was going to be a big one. But they were able to somehow give enough room to allow him to get back up on track. He lost spots, but he did not lose the track. So kudos to everybody involved there. Very good racing awareness, knowing what's going on in front of you, and allowing your competitor to live to see another lap. As we are coming out of turn number 4 now, we are going to make it to the white flag. We gotta make it first. We gotta get through the triover here, folks. And the white flag is out in the air. Last lap here for the Darrelldega 200 here at the virtual Talladega. Right now we got 3 wide going on all the way through the field. I mean, you see it right there. 3 wide all the way. Going down the back straightaway. I mean, it's like going down the interstate right now. It's anybody's race here. I'm still waiting for somebody to take it 4 wide. Is anybody going to do it? We're in 3 and 4 for the last time. Coming out of turn number 4, still 3 wide. Squeezing each other. That middle line got squeezed. Oh, the 24 got turned, but it don't matter. We're going to come down here to the start-finish line. Who is going to win the race? It looks like, oh, big one at the end of the race. I think it was Corbin Collins crossed the line first. Let's go ahead and take a replay look at that because, wow, the whole field wrecked coming to the start-finish line. Let's do... So yeah, it starts with the 10. Yep. Wow. Wow. So Corbin Collins. Victory here tonight. And he ain't doing no burnouts. So we're going to go ahead and step away. I think he might have blown his engine. So the 41's going to give him a little helping hand here. We're going to step away. We're going to go ahead and get the top 3 up here, folks. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. I have managed to not get the top three, but I've managed to go ahead and get the top two up here. So we're going to go ahead and bring down our P2 finisher here this evening. That would be the 79, the Canadian Connor Leach here. Somehow finishing second after calamity unfolded there at the start-finish line on the final lap. Go ahead and talk about your race here, Connor, here at Talladega.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to qualify or not. But seeing that there was no faster pairs, it was kind of I'd rather be towards the front, so I tried my luck in qualifying, and it worked out. I think we ended up starting third. Everything was just kind of smooth at the start, nothing too crazy. There was a couple little wrecks there. We just kind of tried to keep track position. I had a good pit stop, and we did have the green flag stops, and came out and just kind of tried to go with whatever line I could get into that was moving forward and without, slowing everyone up too bad. And yeah, it was kind of, if we were three wide and I was in the middle, I knew if I went to the outside when the outside got a run, you couldn't really go anywhere unless you want to go four wide, and that would get sketchy. So I was hoping no one would do that. So I jumped to the outside a few times, and I think I led every lane at some point in that last 15 or 20 laps there. I was at the front of the bottom, then the middle, then the top for a while. Then I was pushing on the top as best I could without getting hot near the end there. Then yeah, like I said, all heck broke loose, and somehow I ended up getting turned down in front of just enough cars to get second place.
Yeah. And the name of the game here, at Super Speedway, the rule of thumb is always avoid the big one. Kind of hard to avoid the big one when it's happening right there at the start finish line. But, congrats to you on somehow finding a way to find yourself finishing second here. I tried to get a clean picture of your car, but there wasn't one after you crossed the start finish line. It was already destroyed. But all in all, good racing. It was pretty surprising to see that highline work with so little cars too. Was that something that you noticed throughout the race as well, or is that just something?
I think a lot of it just came from because we had the cars were getting hot really quickly, and it was kind of whoever had gotten their engine to cool down for a while, being maybe the third or fourth car in line, and then or leading a pack. If you got your car cooled down a bit, then you started pushing someone, you could push them for quite a while before it got hot, where guys that had maybe been nose to tail for a long time pushing the same guy for a while and not changing lanes, they were probably pretty hot and they couldn't really push too terribly hard. So I think that's it made it very exciting. There was a lot of lane changing going on there, and yeah, it was a good race.
Oh yeah, very good racing. A lot of three wide racing, and not just like for a few laps. It was extended periods of time where you had 4, 5, 6. I think at one time there was 12 rows deep of three wide racing. So very good showing out here for the Darrelldega 200. As now we go ahead and pack up and head to the virtual Watkins Glen, the second road course of the season, I should say. Go ahead and what are you expecting going into Watkins Glen here next Tuesday?
Not too sure what to expect. I'll have to get some practice in. I'm not sure if they'll have a custom setup for it or if it'll be the stock setup for my racing, but we'll definitely be getting a bit of practice in. I did okay at the last road course race at Daytona there. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going towards the playoffs here. I think I'm outside of the playoffs now, but hopefully with a second place here, we're getting a little closer now.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of playoffs, you are just at the cutoff. You're sitting 13th for this race, so having a good points night here tonight should put you up into that top 12. Obviously, we'll find out here as the admins go ahead and update all the points and everything like that. But before we go ahead and let you go here, Connor, or should I say the Canadian Connor, and celebrate your P2 finish here this evening, any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate your P2 and then some body work on Wednesday?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get Alan from Skunkworks. He can make it to the race tonight, but skunkworksgraphics.com. He makes the wraps for the car, and yeah, we're gonna have to get him to buff this thing out. Maybe put a few more fenders on it, because yeah, we're missing a few pieces. We've got a few scratches, but yeah, Skunkworks Graphics. A couple of the teammates, Caleb and Skylar, who also couldn't make it tonight. So it was just one Skunkworks car on the track today, but hopefully we can get some more out next week.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you see those guys back out there on the track next week. But until next Tuesday, Connor, enjoy this P2 finish. Calamity unfolded, and somehow you got yourself here on the podium. So enjoy this one. And we'll see you next Tuesday night at Watkins Glen.
Yes, sir. Thanks for putting on the show. It was a good one.
Yes, it was. Thank you for participating and enjoying it. All right, folks. That will take care of our second place finish interview here tonight. Now that takes us down to our race winner. And that will be that 71 machine of Corbin Collins. So let's go ahead and get that lucky 71 machine up here. Corbin, somehow, some way. It looked like, coming out of turn number 4, you might have had it, and then you were starting to lose it, but then Calamity unfolded, and somehow you were just in the right spot at the right time to where you were able to cross the line sideways in first. Go ahead and talk about your race here tonight at Talladega.
Yeah, well, really butchered qualifying, which kind of hurt me from the start, and riding around the back because of the temperature issues. Didn't want to hurt my motor or anything earlier in the race. And then I think it was the second wreck in the race that we didn't have a yellow for. While I was riding at the back, I had to check up, and cost me the draft. And so then it was really just trying to just salvage my race at that point. And then right as I got in the lucky dog position, we had that one wreck that brought out the final caution of the race. And after that, I was debating on if I wanted to ride in the back and just hope they wrecked again, or if I wanted to go. And then I just said, you know what? I tried riding the back. I lost the draft, so I might as well just go. And then it just somehow I got to the lead there late, and I thought coming off of turn 4, once I saw the 10 get out there, I was like, well, we almost had it. We tried, and then all of a sudden I saw him get turned, and I saw the 79 come down into me, and then I looked, and I was like, well, I think I might have won the race, and then sure enough.
Yeah, it was definitely a night of ups and downs for you. You talked about, going as far as down as a lap down, but then that caution fell just at the right time to where you were the lucky dog, get back on the lead lap. And you were there leading on the last lap, and then Chase Burquette, he had it, but just happened to get bumped the wrong way going through the tri-oval, and then you just happened to be right spot, right time. And, I mean, even though you got turned and wrecked, you still managed to have the momentum to, cross over that start-finish line first, and that's all that matters when it comes to super speedway racing. And I said, on the onset that there was going to be a big one here tonight. I did not expect it to be at the checkered flag, to be honest with you. I expected it to be a little bit early on in the race, especially with 33 drivers gridding up here. Pretty big field. And, that's been pretty much the case the entire season with the ISRL. Lots of drivers, over 30 cars per race. I think we even had one where it was 40, 41 drivers. So, very good showing for everybody out here tonight. More importantly for you, I mean, you grabbed that victory, and I mean, your car looks a little bit better than Connor's. I'm just saying. You still got fenders on yours and everything. It looks like just a little bit of buff work, and you'll be all right.
Yep.
But next Tuesday night we head over to the virtual Watkins Glen, second road course here of the season, transitioning out of the super speedway onto more of a technical track where it's not all about gas and turning left. Go ahead and talk about, what are you looking forward to next Tuesday at Watkins Glen?
Yeah, I think that'll be a good race. Watkins Glen, I feel like, it's one of the funner road courses to drive these stock cars on. It's not as technical as like Coda and all that stuff, so they handle a lot better. So I think it should be a fun race. Hopefully, I run good and keep my car on the track.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully Aiden doesn't decide to throw in the boot.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, he throws in the boot, then you guys got a whole nother wild shenanigans to go through. But yeah, the cup style Watkins Glen, that's, I would say, the easiest road course to run
Yeah.
of all the road courses, and that's just because the way, like you said, the way it's laid out. Still technical, but compared to the other road courses out there on the server, it's like a Talladega when it comes to the road courses. But
Yeah.
but until we meet again next Tuesday night, Corbin, and before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate the victory here at the virtual Talladega, any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you go here in that 71 Mobile One machine?
Nope, I believe that's it.
All right, Corbin. Well, you go ahead and you enjoy this victory here tonight. And go ahead and get ready for next Tuesday night at Watkins Glen. Until then, enjoy this victory.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. All right, that will complete the interviews here. And we will go ahead and get down to the final results here, pending any other admin stuff they got to do. But I don't believe they would have to do that. But just in case, I got to cover all bases. So go ahead and get down to the results. Corbin Collins finishing first. Congratulations, Corbin, on your victory here once again. Finishing second in that 79 machine, Connor Leach. I've been given permission to call him the Canadian Connor. So congratulations, Connor, on finishing second. Finishing third, Chris Lilly in the 53 machine. Sean Leisure in the 67. Finishing fourth, Caden Henry Oakes in the 41, finishing fifth. Finishing sixth here this evening in the 5 machine, Matthew Dutcher. Finishing seventh, Cameron McHone in the 04. Finishing eighth, the 10 machine of Chase Paquette. Finishing ninth, Anthony Colatuano in the 98. Rounding out the top 10, I should say, in that 2 machine, Clinton Seymour. 11th, we got the 32 machine of Josh Duke. In 12th, Aiden Kirker in the 39 machine, finishing 12th. Mitch Van Oss in the 182, finishing 13th. Eli Innes in the 1, finishing 14th. Jared Rashawn in the 27 machine, finishing 15th. Zach Lindgren in the 85, finishing 16th. Joseph Costello in the 60, finishing 17th. 18th, we got the 24 machine of Alexander Hyder. 19th, the 01 of Lima Carlson. And rounding out the top 20, the 43 of Jason Semedo. 21st, the 76 of Matt Bartels. 22nd, the 12 machine of Walker Thomas. 23rd, the 48 of Nathan Inman. 24th, the 72 machine of James Rader. 25th, the 91 of Kyle Camper. Back in 26th, the 6 machine of Daryl Arnold. 27th, the 58 machine of Jason Gallagher. 28th, the 22 of Paul Reckley. Finishing 29th here tonight, the 17 of Jake Baker. And rounding out the top 30, the 9 of Connor Trafari. Back here in 31st, we got the 93 of Richard Kirker. 32nd, the 28 of Seth Wentworth. 33rd, the 89 of Joshua Corner. 34th, Cody Tabor in the 4 machine. And then rounding out the field here in the results, finishing 35th in the 14 machine, D. Allen Grote. All right, folks. Well, it might not be Watkins Glen yet. But here in a week's time, we will be going road course racing. Thank you all for tuning in to Extreme Racing TV for the ISRL League here. Season 5, race number 10. It's been a pleasure broadcasting it for you guys. Until tomorrow night, Wednesday night. we kick off the regular season for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour at Daytona. So join us tomorrow night here on Extreme Racing TV for another broadcast back-to-back nights. And for the ISRL until next Tuesday night at Watkins Glen, take care of yourselves and each other and have a good night.